Hello student, I am Professor Devasish Bose, Head, Department of Criminology and Forensic Science, Dr. Hari Singh Gaur Vishwavidyalaya, Sagar, Madhya Pradesh. Today I am going to present a lecture of BSc 5th semester on the unit General Idea and Examination of Animal Poison, Part 1, which has been jointly prepared by myself and Ms. Priyanka Pahade, PhD scholar, UGC JRF at Department of Criminology and Forensic Science, Dr. Hari Singh Gaur Vishwavidyalaya, Sagar, Madhya Pradesh. So, let's start our discussion while taking a look at what we are going to learn today. General Idea and Examination of Animal Poison, Part 1, Module 1, Introduction to Animal Poison, Snake, Venomous Fish, Jellyfish, Scorpion. Module 2, Preliminary Examination of Animal Poison. Module 3, Confirmatory Examination of Animal Poison. Module 4, Forensic Importance. Module 5, Case History. Module 6, Conclusion. Snakes. The dark and dense forest of India offers a wide range of area to giant snakes. There are more than 2000 species of snakes in the world and about 216 species are found in India, of which around 50 are poisonous. Global estimates suggest that around 30 to 40,000 persons die each year from venomous snake bite, but the range is likely an underestimate because of incomplete responding. The big 4 dangerous snakes of India include Indian cobra, krait, Russell viper and saw-scaled viper. Every year around 20,000 people die to venomous snake bite in India. The king cobra is the largest poisonous snake of the world and for India, and krait is the most deadly and dangerous snake of India. Most snake bites are found on the lower limbs of farmers, plantation workers, herdsmen and hunters. Classification of snakes. Snakes have a characteristically elongated body, a short tail and no limb. I think you have all seen the snakes in your life or on television or in reality. If you imagine a snake's body, the body is generally covered with scales. On the head, the 2 eyes are covered by a transparent scale, has a round or vertical pupil with no eyelid. The lower jaw consists of 2 bones in front joined by an elastic ligament. The upper marginal teeth are modified to form fangs. When a fang is broken, its place is taken by a new one, which gets developed out of the fang bud in 3 to 6 weeks. The fangs of non-poisonous snakes are solid, whereas in poisonous snake, they are grooved or hollow cylindrical like. The fangs are connected to the poisonous gland by the means of a duct. The parotid salivary gland is modified in poisonous snake to act as a venom gland. It is situated below and behind the eyes and secretes toxic saliva known as venom. Poisonous snakes belong to 3 families on the basis of their poison secreted. Classification of snakes. Cobra. It is also known by common name Nag or Kala Saap due to its black color. It occurs throughout India. It has a well-marked hood. The hood bears double or single spectacle. The head of the snake is not very distinct from its neck. It expands its hood only when it is threatened or about to attack. I think you have all seen it. The average length is about 5 to 6 feet. King cobra. Low-pitched growls are unique for king cobra. They are larger and heavier than cobra. Length is about 12 feet and may grow up to 20 feet. But as per record, it shows that it has grown up to 133 feet also. This does not possess highly concentrated venom, but the amount of venom injected is very high. It has neurotoxic poison. Common krait. It is found in all over India. Bungarus, commonly referred as krait, is most dangerous snake of India. The common length is about 3 to 5 feet. It is usually steel blue in color and has narrow single or double white arches across the back. These arches begin a bit far from the head and extend up to the tip of the tail. The belly is creamy white in color. It is found in jungle and villages. It is extremely neurotoxic and induces muscle paralysis and responsible for number of cause of snake bite death in India. Pit viper, also known as bamboo snake or tree viper. Pit viper family commonly lives in bushes and bamboos and found mostly in western Ghat of India. It has a vasculotoxic poison. Russell viper. It is pitless viper. Common name is daboya or chain viper, commonly found all over India except the Gangetic base. Normal length is about 4 to 5 feet. The head is flat, heavy and triangular and has a white V shape marked with the apex body pointing forward. The body is white with dark semi-lunar spot. It produces hissing sound loudly and continuously when it is ready to attack. Saw-scaled viper. Saw-scaled viper commonly found in Punjab, Rajasthan, Kashmir and Maharashtra. It is a small snake of about 90 cm in length. The back of the snake is covered with rough scale and is produce rustling sound when the snake moves. The ridges in the middle of each scale is dented like a saw, thus giving the name of saw-scaled viper. In the back appears as like diamond-shaped scales. Poisonous snakes have 2 fangs which are connected to racemose glands which secretes venom through ducts. The venom is used for digestion. Sea snake. These snakes are generally found in coastal area. They have very small eyes and their tails are flattened like fins. This bears short, immobile fangs. The body is round. Usually sea snakes are not offensive and they rarely bite humans. The venom is neurotoxic and myotoxic. As a result, there is a severe weakness due to muscular damage in bite due to sea snake. Poisonous fish. Dear student, as you all know, fish is a common food in some parts of India like coastal parts and places near river and lakes. People who are taking fish in their diet are not poisonous, but some fishes are poisonous. In this part, we will talk about some common poisonous fishes. Shellfish poisoning. Some organism present in seawater ingested by shellfish may produce a toxin. The shellfish poisoning are infectious in nature with hepatitis A, Norwalk virus and Vibrio species all being implicated, and with Norwalk virus like accounting for the bulk GI cases. It has been said that many separate type of toxic ingestion have been well established, with more recent ones still being investigated. Poisoning. They are paralytic, neurologic, diarrheal and amnestic shellfish poisoning. Toxins are found in microscopic diatoms and dinoflagellates. Scombridae fish poisoning. This type of fish causes histamine poisoning. Histamine poisoning can be caused by eating spoiled fish, Scombridae family, including Tuna, Mackerel and Bonito. Non-Scombridae fishes include Bluefish, Sardines, Marlin and Mahi. If fishes are caught in warm areas and not refrigerated properly, a chemical called histidine that exists naturally in main fish can break down to histamine, which causes symptoms within a few hours of eating the fish. Signs and symptoms include tingling and burning around the mouth, facial flushing and sweating, nausea, vomiting and diarrhea, headache, palpitation and dizziness, rash. Treatment. In severe case, treatment with antihistamines may be effective. For prevention from poisoning, it should be chilled and properly refrigerated as soon as possible after being caught to prevent histamine formation. Rudder fish. This fish causes scolar diarrhea by eating fish belonging to this scolar and oil fish groups. They have a high wax ester oil content. In human body, these wax esters cannot be digested and may accumulate in the bowel, causing oily diarrhea. Signs and symptoms. Symptoms after consuming rudder fish are sudden onset of watery and oily diarrhea with abdominal cramps. Nausea, headache and vomiting have also been reported. Paralytic shellfish poisoning. Paralytic shellfish poisoning, PSP, is not only the most common form of shellfish poisoning, but it is also the deadliest worldwide, especially in developing countries. The causative agent is saxitoxin, which is produced by dinoflagellates, microalgae. Saxitoxin is one of the most potent neurotoxin known. Signs and symptoms. Signs and symptoms include paresthesia of the mouth, face and limbs with nausea, vomiting and diarrhea. A floating sensation often is described. Dyspnoea, ataxia, weakness and paralysis of skeletal muscle will appear after some time. Treatment. Anticholinesterase is a good supportive treatment. No antidote is generally available. Jellyfish. The production of natural toxin is an interesting aspect which characterizes the physiological and ecology of a number of marine species that use them for defense, offense purpose. Venoms of this type of fish are contained in specialized structure. The nematocysts, which are mechanical or chemical stimulation, inject the venom into the prey or to the attacker. Extremely venomous jellyfish or anemones are common, such as in temperate and tropical oceanic water and particularly along several Pacific coasts, and several cases of envenomation including also lethal cases may included by Scombridae were reported. Scorpion. These belong to the class Arachnida. The scorpions have a hollow sting in the last joint of their tail which communicates with a poisonous gland through a duct. The poison contains neurotoxin, hemolysins, agglutins, hemorrhagins, phospholipase, lectins, and chlorostrain. The neurotoxins cause depression of vasomotor centers. In addition, the scorpion also has two claws which helps to grasp its prey. The scorpions feed at night and remains hidden during the day in burrows or under wood, loose bark or rocks. Scorpions sting human beings only when they are disturbed. Signs and symptoms. It causes redness and burning pain radiating from the site. In most cases, the pain grows rapidly within a few hours of being stung. However, the punctured hemorrhagic spot and local swelling helps in localizing the site of the skin. The symptoms may be headache, giddiness, nausea, profuse perspiration, chest discomfort, paresthesia, hypersalivation, and cold extremities. Hypertension may occur within 6 hours of sting, with pulmonary edema takes longer time. Later features suggestive of myocarditis may develop. Treatment. If the sting species are non-lethal, it mostly requires ice packs, analgesic or antihistamines. Antivenom therapy is a good remedy. Keeping the patient calm and apply pressure dressing and cold packs to the sting site decreases the absorption of venom. To control agitation, swelling and involuntary muscle movement, the intravenous infusion of midazolam should be given. For snake poison, snake venom analysis is somehow different from routine chemical test. The skin portion around the bite area may be the source of venom for examination of its constituents by spatial test, that is, test for cholinesterase or thromboplastin in venom, toxicity test, clot quality test, precipitin test, gel diffusion test, and immunoassay. Test for cholinesterase and thromboplastin in the around bite area. The aqueous washing from the bite area may be tested for the activity of acetylcholinesterase in case of bite by colubrine snake, and also thromboplastin in case of bite by viper snake. Toxicity test. This is a physiological test for confirmation of snake bite. The aqueous washing of the bite area or the serum of the victim is injected into fowls with or without antivenom. The death of the fowl after injection of the serum without antivenom and survival of the fowl after injection and antivenom after a few hours confirm the snake bite. Clot quality test for snake venom. A capillary tube filled with blood taken from a finger prick of the victim is kept horizontal for 30 minutes at room temperature. It is then raised vertically. Non-clotted blood due to consumption of fibrinogen or defibrillation can occur easily be blown out. This test is very useful in the diagnosis of viper bite compared to the test of coagulation, that is the prothrombin time, which is marked reduced in viper bite. Precipitin test for snake venom. This test depends on the antigen antibody reaction when foreign compound like antigen enters into the body and the body produces antibody against the antigen. When a foreign protein is injected into the animal, certain specific antibodies known as precipitin are formed in the animal's blood, which have the capacity to precipitate the specific foreign protein. The specific foreign protein which causes the production of the precipitin is known as precipitinogen or antigen. Test procedure. The aqueous wash or wash by isotonic solution of the bite area or the serum of the victim is allowed to come in contact with antivenin. The specific antivenin when the prothrombin time which is marked reduced in the viper bite. Gel diffusion test. The test is carried out on the thin layer of agar solution on a small petri dish. A small hole of the punctured out in the dried layer in a particular manner, that is, one in the center and 3 or 4 rounds the circumference of the circle of about 2.5 cm in diameter. The wash from the bite area of the serum of the victim is placed in the central hole, antivenin in the other holes. Diffusion occurs if the reaction is positive and a line of precipitation appears. This reaction is completed after an overnight diffusion. For fish poisoning, immunoassay. An ideal assay for the detection of marine toxin should be simple, highly sensitive and specific. Immunochemical methods such as radioimmunoassay, a competitive enzyme immunoassay and a rapid enzyme immunoassay stick test have been developed. Problems with these immunochemical methods are their cross-reactivity with other polyether compounds and the limited antibody supply. Radioimmunoassay. In 1977, a radioimmunoassay was developed for the detection of fish poison directly in contaminated fish. In this assay, serum albumin was injected into sheep and rabbits, thereby producing antibodies. The sheep antibody were used in the rhea after being purified and coupled to a label. Enzyme link immunoabsorbent assay (ELISA). The practicality of detection improved when developed an enzyme immunoassay for the detection of fish poison. For snake poisoning, high performance liquid chromatography is a suitable method for detection of snake venom because this method generally is applicable for detection of high molecular weight compounds. Immunoassay. These methods have recently been introduced. It is based on antibody-antigen reaction, which is very sensitive and specific. A labeled antigen or antibody is employed for the purpose, that is, a radioisotope. Other tests are following types: ELISA, EIA, enzyme immunoassay, hemagglutinin inhibition assay, viroimmunoassay, enzyme immunoassay or enzyme multiplied immunoassay. Among the method, enzymes are found to be the most effective as these exert catalytic action, that is, act as a samplifier and catalyzes the formation of more than 105 product molecules per minute. Labeled component of the antibody-antigen reaction binds to its complementary binding sites and appear. The reaction is completed after an overnight diffusion. For fish poisoning, chromatographic detection. High performance liquid chromatography coupled to fluorescence detection provide a highly sensitive method that has been potential to detect neutral level of poison in crude extracts from fish. Nuclear magnetic resonance or mass spectroscopic technique, NMR or MS techniques have been used to characterize toxin present in fish viscera. Mass spectrometry LC, ESI, MSMS liquid chromatography. Electron spray ionization tandem mass spectrometry is used for the detection of poisons of fishes. Capillary zone electrophoresis. A method applying capillary zone electrophoresis with UV detector was developed to detect many fish poison. Most of the animal poisoning occurs due to the snake bite are common in the rural and forest area. In modern time, homicide due to snake poisoning is very rare, but throwing snake venom on sleeping persons are reported. Killing of snake is not at all recommended. Some non-venomous snake also kill human without injecting venom. They commit death by squeezing the victims within their coiled body. Example, python. Sometimes killing by some other means may be disguised as death due to snake bite. Snake venom is poisonous only when injected and has no ill effect when it is taken orally, as the venom is not absorbed from the gastric mucous membrane or get denatured. Death due to sting of scorpion is not common. Many cases of poisoning due to fish venom are reported in coastal areas. A case of Scombridae poisoning. Dear student, now we will look into an interesting case of Scombridae fish poisoning. Although it is very old, but it is very popular. This case study has been taken from Fish Poisoning, a Problem in Food Toxication, a manuscript written by Alfred F. Bartsch and Earl F. McFerrin in the year 1961. The case is of a poisoning in Hiroshima during the winter of 1953. 3 households brought dyed Mackerel pie, known locally as Sama Sakura Boshi, from a peddler. After boiling, the fish were eaten by 11 persons, whom within 2 to 3 hours developed flushing of the face and upper half of the body, palpitation, severe headache, dizziness and nausea. In this script, you all have learned about the poisonous snakes, fishes and scorpion, which are the most poisonous species of snakes found in India, with the frequency of their occurrence. I hope this time you all are aware about different types of animal poison, their common features, analysis method and forensic importance. With all these information here, we come to the end of today's lecture. Do keep in mind what we have discussed today. It's time for you all to do some self-study. This is Professor Devasish Bose signing off. If you want to learn more and enhance your knowledge, you may log on to our website for MCQs, quizzes, LOR at www.cec.nic.in. Till then, goodbye.